quiet, so I guess it's time to start. I know we have some cars still pulling in, and we're going to get started. We've got a full program and a delicious picnic barbecue awaiting us in the quad. Good evening again. My name is Andy Martiri. It's my privilege to serve as Kinkaid's headmaster. I'm honored to welcome you all to the 2015 Distinguished Alumni Awards celebration. One of the measures of a truly great school is the strength of its alumni. I invite you to look around this evening at the more than 200 current parents, alumni, current and retired faculty members who will be here throughout the evening to honor our Distinguished Alumni Award winners. I'm told that for many of you it's your first time back on campus in many years. I invite you to walk around and see what is new. I will tell you just a little bit about myself. I'm finishing up my second year as headmaster. I started July 1, 2013. I was promised by Tom Simmons and Stephen O'Gilby that it would always be 72 degrees in Houston. I realized that that's the inside temperature, not the outside temperature. Before coming to Kinkaid, I was headmaster at Kinkaid School in Baltimore for 9 years. I have 3 children who all attend Kinkaid, a 9th grade daughter, a 7th grade son, a 1st grade son, and my wife Eva is our girls varsity lacrosse coach. You can follow me on Twitter at Andy Martiri as I tweet about what's happening at school. If you follow me, you'll notice that I typically only tweet out good news. So it's a very Disney-like version of what's happening at Kinkaid because I really couldn't tweet about everything that's really happening. And my goal is to have more followers than my daughter has on Instagram, so please follow me. I want to introduce Ed Trusky, who's our assistant headmaster. Let's give Ed a round of applause. I know that some of you know Ed, some of you don't. I've known Ed since high school. It's his first year at Kinkaid. He replaced Jim Dunaway, who was our dean of faculty, who moved to Syracuse to work there. His wife did a great job at Syracuse, and we took that dean of faculty position and retitled it to the assistant headmaster. And in essence, Ed serves as our chief academic officer, which is a very big job. And he does lots of other miscellaneous things that I did not tell him he'd be doing. But he does a great job. I want to share a couple things that I've learned about Kinkaid over the last 2 years. First of all, this is a very busy, vibrant campus with activities going on virtually 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Today, we had an alumni award ceremony this morning at the upper school. We had the pre-K and K spring sing in here. We had an alumni board meeting at lunch. We had a children's theater production. We had an 8th grade recognition assembly, all today. We have this evening's program. Tomorrow we have the Golden Alumni Luncheon. We have reunion parties tomorrow night. We also have a spring musical production, musicals going on tomorrow night and Sunday afternoon. Our program and offerings are second to none in terms of what we offer in terms of breadth and depth. As you know, we have a strong and genuine commitment to academics, arts, and athletics, and as our mission statement says, to the balanced growth of our students. Second, a large majority of the people I've met love Kinkaid deeply and would do anything for the school. We have a great mix of talented people on the school's board, among our alumni and the faculty and staff. Third, Kinkaid has a commitment to be excellent. I didn't say that we were excellent, but we have a commitment to be excellent. We want to have the best possible school that we can and to provide a great education for our students. We are pursuing excellence. And even if I did believe that we were excellent, that would be fleeting because excellence is a moving target. I've seen this pursuit firsthand through my interactions with alumni, whether here in Houston, at campus events, or Alumni Association board meetings, or visiting alumni out of town. I look forward to meeting more alumni tonight and around the country as I make my travels. Now I'd like to take a moment to introduce Erin Jones Brown, member of the class of 1996 and chair of the Distinguished Alumni Awards Committee. Erin entered Kinkaid in 9th grade as a graduate of SMU and the University of Texas Law School. Erin has her own law practice advising private foundations on complex transactional matters. She's held several leadership positions in our Alumni Association. Erin and her husband Will, class of 1995, proud parents of daughter Harper, first grader, and son Hutton, who will enter kindergarten in the fall. Please join me in welcoming Erin to the podium.
Thank you, Andy. The Distinguished Alumni Awards were established in 1990 by the Alumni Association to honor outstanding alumni and non-alumni friends for their service to the school and community. This award celebration is the highlight of each year's activities. I had the privilege this year of being part of the committee reviewing the nominees and selecting this year's recipients. As usual, it was a challenging and enjoyable task, given the incredible accomplishments that so many members of our community have achieved. Tonight, we're also honored by the presence of many past winners of these awards, so if you are a past winner, would you please stand to be recognized? We're going to proceed now to our first awardee, the Distinguished Honorary Alumnus, Mr. Gene Werlin. Perhaps more than any other volunteer, Gene Werlin has helped to shape the Kinkaid campus you see today. As a Kinkaid trustee for 22 years, Gene has chaired the building committee since 1997. During that time, the committee has overseen nearly $70 million in building projects, including the Friedkin Lower School building, the Katz Performing Arts Center, the Center for Student Life and Fine Arts, and significant enhancements to the athletic facilities. Gene has been the school's point person in discussions with our local government agencies. He works quietly and deftly behind the scenes to gain the building permits and other approvals necessary to get these projects accomplished. I know these efforts have kept him very busy, but in his spare time, he heads WPW Management Corporation, a local commercial real estate company. His volunteer commitments extend beyond Kinkaid to other organizations, including the Museum of Natural Science and the Children's Assessment Center. If you ask Gene what he is most proud of from his Kinkaid experience, he would undoubtedly say joining his wife Kaylee in raising their 3 Kinkaid alumni, Amy, class of 1992, David, class of 1996, and Maudie, class of 2004, and in watching his grandchildren benefit from attending Kinkaid. Please join me in congratulating Kinkaid's 2015 Distinguished Honorary Alumnus, Mr. Gene Werlin.
I want to thank everyone for this award. Everyone is responsible, the Alumni Board. Everyone acknowledges that I've been involved in buildings, and that's probably what everyone knows me for, but what's really great about this school is not the wonderful facilities we have, which are second to none, but it's everyone here. Everyone, all the parents, all the students, the staff, the teachers, everyone makes this school great in what it is. The buildings really help. It's been a labor of love for me, and I couldn't have done it without the support. And mainly, I want to recognize Stamen O'Gilvy. I mean, we've been side by side since 1997. I see our project manager, which makes our job easy, and that's John Putnam, and I want him to be acknowledged because he is I just want to finish by saying Margaret Kinkaid would be proud of what this school has become. It's a wonderful place, and I'm proud to be involved, and I'm proud for my children to have gone here and for my grandchildren to go here. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Gene, for all you do for Kinkaid and for your remarks. Our second recipient tonight is Distinguished Young Alumnus David Hornsby, a member of the class of 1994. I was in high school at the same time as David, and for those of us who were lucky enough to have seen him on the Kinkaid stage, we knew without a doubt that he would make it. He was just undeniably gifted. David entered Kinkaid in the 6th grade. He played volleyball for 4 years, was class president his senior year, and was a star on the Blackford Auditorium stage in improvisational theater and in shows such as Anything Goes and Brighton Beach Memoirs. His sense of humor and comic timing entertained his fellow Falcons both on and off the stage. Those skills also helped him excel in competitive theater and earn major awards, such as being named the Humorous Interpretation National Champion in his junior year. Following Kinkaid, David pursued his passion and majored in acting at Carnegie Mellon University. Since then, he's had a very successful career as an actor, writer, and producer. He is currently an executive producer of the long-running FX show, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, which I can attest from this morning's senior or upper school assembly is very well followed by high school kids, where he plays the recurring role of Rickety Cricket. As an actor, his credits include a season on 6 Feet Under, Spike TV's faux reality series, The Joe Schmo Show, and numerous television guest starring roles. David has been in several films, including the Sundance Film Festival's Pretty Bird and Clint Eastwood's Flags of Our Fathers. He's also voiced several animated characters for Nickelodeon series, including the lead character in Fanboy and Chum Chum. David currently resides in Los Angeles with his 3-year-old son Henry and his wife, actress Emily Deschanel, the star of Bones, who's expecting their second child next month, any day really. So please join me in welcoming David Hornsby back to the Kinkaid stage as we recognize him as Kinkaid's 2015 Distinguished Young Alumnus.
Thank you very much. If I die at the hands of my wife, I now know what the murder weapon will be. I might sand down the point there. Is it BPA free? Because it might not fly if it's not in my house. Thank you. It's so great to be back here at Kinkaid and look across the room and see so many Republicans in one place. It's been a while, but we don't have that many gathered usually in Southern California. But no, I'm joking. Obviously, it's great to be here. I'd like to thank Headmaster Materia and the alumni organization for inviting me. We all know Kinkaid is an excellent school. Graduates have gone on to have extremely accomplished careers. If you look at my class alone, we have Samir Sheth is a brain surgeon. R.J. Lingle is a cardiologist. Mark Donnelly is an assistant United States attorney. I play a homeless crack addict with a burned up face in the late night cable show. I don't know. I'm not sure who's distinguished anymore. But I am truly honored to be here. I can't believe it's been over 20 years, as I'm sure some of us can, since we graduated. It's great to be here to help kick off the alumni weekend. Today also kicks off the first day of Underlife Crisis. You're all here to witness it. I was thinking about what I was going to say tonight. I figured maybe I should, take the approach of when I was at Kinkaid and my approach of doing my homework, which involves procrastinating the last minute and hoping my TI-80 calculator would provide most of the answers. But it did give me an opportunity to reflect on Kinkaid, and I went here from 6th grade to 12th grade, which are obviously formative years. Kinkaid is sort of where I learned how to be comfortable on stage, how I learned how to form a hypothesis and write an outline, and how to be on a part of a volleyball team during a rebuilding season. I led the charge on that one. And of course, the most important thing I learned here is how to be ignored by women, which I took a skill I perfected in the real world. In a sense, I started my career here because while I wasn't a great student academically, I was drawn to drama, and from middle school on, with the help of we had great teacher Patty Edwards, I got more involved in the drama scene. And we had a new teacher at the time, Scott Lambert, who I talked about more extensively earlier, but I'm sure for those of you who were at school when I was here, you remember how much Scott and I were always together. He was influenced my life as a great teacher, and really one of the reasons I'm here. So I wanna honor that, and thank you, Scott. squad. We won numerous state and national titles. And then my senior year, Mr. Lambert sat me down and he said the dreaded words that is every parent's nightmare. I think you have what it takes to be a professional actor. And that's kind of how my career started and got me on this path today. So I don't have time to share with you all the humiliations, but I just kind of want to share a couple things, because there's been a lot of humiliations along the way. I went to Carnegie Mellon, which was Mr. Lambert's alma mater, where I took acting and speech and classes like movement and stage combat. So if you want to start anything later in the parking lot, I can pretend to beat you up. But as you can imagine, these classes gave me skills that easily translated to making a living in the real world. So 4 years later, I graduated, and I was ready to be a professional waiter. I delivered on, fortunately. I valet parked, I catered, I babysat, and of course waited tables. I worked at 3 restaurants with ranch in the title: Rio Ranch, Saddle Ranch, Wood Ranch. I had this false sense of security that I could actually work on a ranch at this point. I telemarketed. If you bought a 1-800 line between the years of 1999 and 2000, we may have spoken. And I hope you were happy with your product. All the while I was auditioning and doing open mic nights. I stood in line all day with next to a homeless man, and he got more laughs than me that night. So it wasn't exactly success didn't necessarily come easy, but I realized something while I was auditioning and putting myself out there is that I had done this before, thanks to Kinkaid. I mean, all these drama tournaments, going into a room with prepared material and kind of embarrassing yourself. I had gotten my sort of 10,000 hours of embarrassing myself in that way. Possibly logging a few more right now, but that was training for my career. All those drama tournaments, the driving in a 15-seat passenger van, the red leather, yellow leather, lavender leathers. It was paying off. Except now, if I won, the trophy was a guest spot on TV and perhaps a makeout session with Michael C. Hall. So I eventually got to quit my job on the ranch. I started working. I got my first steady acting gig, which was on a show called The Mullets. Hold your applause. And my first piece of publicity, I was in TV Guide, which I tried to explain to the kids. It was, if you don't know, young kids, that today the TV Guide was an important TV magazine. Then I tried to explain what a magazine was and just told them to Google it. But so this article profiled the upcoming fall shows and the graphic in between the column. Our show was not considered good at the time, which was not really a surprise, but many weren't and many were. And it had a graphic, and at the top it had an arrow pointing up, and it had Charlie Sheen and Rob Lowe, and they were in shows, and it said Sheen and Lowe. And at the bottom, as you can see, is me, and it just says Hornsby. So that was my first exposure, and I said, yeah, I made it. All right, great. I keep a framed copy of that in my office, actually, truthfully, just because you kind of learn you have to laugh at yourself, and you're going to get criticized and you're going to get complimented, but you kind of have to hold both at equal value. I am privileged. I get to work and crack jokes all day and work with talented people, and it's not always easy or fun as it can be sometimes, but it's hard work and there's deadlines, and it's not brain surgery, but it is something that I feel honored to do and lucky to do, privileged to do. And I just wanted to just address real fast, when I first started off, writing, which was a sort of transition for me, I kind of didn't know what I was doing. I mean, really, I went to drama school, so I didn't really have a well-rounded education. I kind of stopped my education for anything else after high school. So I had to learn how to write. I had to understand character and act breaks, and you had to outline the story, and the only outline I really remember doing was in Miss Cooney's class, and all I remember from that was that I was scared of her, and that's really all I can remember. But I had to kind of work hard and do my best, and my friends created a show. They said, hey, do you want to write a script? Again, I didn't really kind of exactly know what I was doing, but I said, sure, and worked hard again and learned from that. And then eventually they said, hey, we can hire some people. Do you want to come on? I said, well, I'm an actor, but sure, I'll do this. Maybe I'll do this for a year or something and see how long it goes, and then go back to acting. And we're currently filming our 11th season, and I've been doing it for 10 years. So it's changed my life. And I was telling the kids this morning, you know, sometimes you have to kind of go in the direction the horse is taking you, even if you don't quite plan on that. But it's been a pretty great ride. And I just lastly wanted to take the opportunity to thank my parents who are here tonight and provided such great support for me, both, you know, emotionally and obviously financially. Kinkaid ain't free, as we know, so I appreciate that. You know, I'm here because of those opportunities that they provided. And without their unflinching support, I never would have been where I am today, which is on the inside of a magazine with an arrow pointing down on my head. So thank you very much. Go Bucks!
Thank you, David, for your remarks and for being a great ambassador for our school. Our third and final award recipient tonight is Kinkaid's Distinguished Alumna Ann Lents. Ann entered Kinkaid in the 4th grade and graduated in 1967. While at Kinkaid, she participated in student council, basketball, drama, yearbook, and AFS. She earned a BA with honors from Wellesley College and a JD with high honors from the University of Texas School of Law. She practiced law with Vincent and Elkins from 1994 to 1990, where she was the second female partner and the first in trial. Since leading the practice of law, Ann has focused on children's and environmental issues through community organizations. She was one of a small group of co-founders of the Quality of Life Coalition and was its co-chairman through its 11 successful years of advocating for parks, trails, and tree planting in Houston and Harris County. In 2008, she retired as president and CEO of the Center for Houston's Future, a not-for-profit policy planning organization. She now serves as president of the board of Texas Children's Hospital and is a member of the Houston Parks Board, the University of Texas Law School Foundation, and the State Parks Advisory Committee of the Texas Parks and Wildlife Commission. She also chairs the City of Houston's Memorial Heights Redevelopment Authority and is a founder and executive committee member of the Center for Women in Law at the University of Texas School of Law. She's a former member of the Kinkaid Board of Trustees, has served on several other boards, and has received numerous awards for her community service. Ann and her family have a rich Kinkaid tradition. Her late father, Max, was chair of the Kinkaid Board, and her brothers Murphy and John are Kinkaid graduates, as are 8 nieces and nephews. Ann and her husband, David Heaney, have 2 children, David Lents Heaney, who attended Kinkaid, and Lizzie Heaney Zaccardi, a member of the class of 2003. Please join me in welcoming and congratulating Ann Lents, Kinkaid's 2015 Distinguished Alumna.
I have to say that you all didn't tell me that I was going to have to follow David Hornsby, and you didn't tell me that you were going to put a picture of me from my high school yearbook up either. But nevertheless, it's great to be here. I'm so grateful, very surprised by this recognition, but it means a lot, and I really thank you for it. I'm particularly grateful to all of you for being here, and especially for the stalwarts of the class of 1967. We're well past the reunion stage of measuring each other up and worrying about the revenge of the nerds. And we've really had the best time the last few years, particularly just reconnecting and enjoying shared memories. There are no friends like the ones who get you through middle school and high school. And I know Terry Harrison, you know I'm talking about you. And honestly, there are no friends like the friends you raise your children with. And Gail Carlberg, that you and I share with Kinkaid it's great to be back. Kinkaid's been such a big part of my life, and really a big part of my whole family's life. It's been a huge amount of change. As Jean said, the building here is fabulous. It's great to see all the new facilities. But honestly, thinking back on what was really important at Kinkaid, and I suspect still is really important at Kinkaid, isn't the facilities at all, it's the teachers. and it's the broad experience that they gave us. Growing up, it never occurred to me that I'd go to law school. Never occurred to me that I'd be a trial lawyer. It was a very different age. Once I was in the law, it never occurred to me that I'd want a break to raise kids. And it certainly never occurred to me that when it was time to go back to the practice, that I would decide against it, but to instead work on getting some nature pulled into the city. Not a great tribute, all in all, to career planning, I think. All I can say is thank heaven for Kinkaid. Thank heaven for a broad education, and especially for those very talented teachers. Thank heaven for Ann Clifford and Barry Moss, who insisted on grammar and sentence structure, because understanding language is 90% of practicing law. Thank heaven for Senora Carroll, who took a group of us to Ecuador, even though a military junta had taken over 2 weeks before, and hooked me on travel and romance languages forever. Thank heaven for Mrs. Millett, who, when I was in middle school, was already talking about saving the Katy Prairie, and had saved the prairie chicken up on the bulletin board the whole year. That woman was way ahead of her time. Thank heaven for Tom Boyd. When I started trying cases, unlike the people who graduate from law school today, I had no real debate or oral presentation background at all. What I had was Mr. Boyd's drama basics. Take your space, never break character, and own the stage. And so I played the part of a lawyer who knew what she was doing. And I got away with it. Until finally I started to figure it out. And thank heaven, last but not far from least, for Coach Carla Lauer, who showed me what a determined competition by a woman looked like, and who taught me how to win and how to lose and how to be part of a team. I want to be very, very clear that unlike David, I had then and I have now absolutely no talent for drama and no talent for basketball. I'm 5'2". There has to be a special little riser for me. But that's why these teachers in this school were so important. Here, I could participate without being the best. I didn't have to specialize too soon. I didn't have to choose. And in some ways, that makes the lessons that you learn that much more valuable. So I don't think you can overstate the importance of what Kinkaid is doing, especially in today's world. Exposing students to broad academics, art, athletics, with great teachers is so important to weathering change and all the unexpected things that you wind up doing. They say millennials are likely to have not 5 jobs, but 5 careers. That's a lot of change to face. So great kudos and many thanks to Kinkaid for all that it's done for our family and for the great work that it continues to do.
Thank you, Ann, for your remarks and for all you do for our community. In closing, I'd like to introduce Mark Breeding, our Alumni Association Board President, to share a few remarks. Mark graduated from Kinkaid in 1974. All 4 years of high school, he was a starting member of the tennis team, one of the best teams in Texas during that period. Mark's a graduate of the University of Texas at Austin, and he earned his JD from South Texas College of Law. He's practiced law in Houston for over 33 years, specializing in land use and eminent domain litigation, and is currently a partner at Andrews & Kurth. Mark and his wife Gayleen have a daughter, Grace, who is a current 8th grader at Kinkaid. So welcome, Mark.
Thank you, Erin. Earlier this morning, as mentioned earlier, during an upper school assembly, our 2015 Senior Alumni Award recipients were announced. You will find the impressive bios of both of these outstanding senior girl and outstanding senior boy in your program. Please join me in congratulating Senior Alumni Award recipients Ashley Davis and Will Gauss. Tonight is such a great evening. The remarks from the speakers showcase everything that is great about our school. This year, the Alumni Board and Alumni Office staff began implementing recommendations from our 2013 board retreat to improve how the school can provide alumni with services, communications, and connections that they want and need. I will share updates of 3 of our key initiatives. First, the biggest highlight of the year was the launch of the very first Kinkaid Alumni Friends Luncheon. On Wednesday, March 11, over 650 Kinkaid alumni, parents, grandparents, parents of alumni, and friends gathered at the Royal Sonesta Hotel. Chaired by Liz Riddle Anders, 1998, Adrian Turner Ross, 1962, and Nicole Czar, 1987, a member of our alumni board. This luncheon brought Kinkaid women together to hear one of their very own, Lauren Bush Lauren, class of 2002. She is the founder and CEO of Feed Projects, an organization she founded in 2007 with the mission of creating good products that help feed the world. Through the sale of feed bags and other products, Feed has provided over 87 million meals in this country and around the world. In addition to many of Lauren's classmates and friends, her grandparents, Barbara and President George H.W. Bush attended the luncheon. Lauren gave a heartfelt speech about how important her 11 years at the school were to her and how much Kinkaid years have helped her grow even more since graduation. The second big initiative of the Alumni Board was launching of Kinkaid Connect earlier this month. Kinkaid Connect is a private online internship, mentorship, and job listing board that provides employment, mentorship, opportunities offered by members of the Kinkaid community. The Alumni Office gets calls from alumni all the time who want to learn about job or mentoring opportunities with other alums. Some alumni sponsor internships during interim term, and others hire alumni during the college during the summer months. Kinkaid Connect is open to all alumni, including current juniors and seniors at Kinkaid. We are very excited about the potential offered by Kinkaid Connect. We have a slide here. Please contact Laura Renault in the Alumni Office if you have openings in your organization or workplace, or if you would like to share with alumni community, if you're willing to work to network with Kinkaid alumni interested in your industry. This is going to be a great initiative for the Kinkaid family. Our third significant initiative focused on forming alumni chapters in the key cities where we have strong alumni presence. I'm pleased to report that the first alumni chapter was formed this year in Dallas. Our experiences learned in Dallas will help us begin additional chapters in 2 or 3 more cities in the next year. I would be remiss if I did not sing the praises of our generous alumni. We are delighted with the response to our Reunion Class Annual Fund Challenge and charitable contributions from all of our alumni. This year, for the first time, we've had a chance of reaching 2 milestones with a nice year-end push. The first is receiving gifts from over 30% of our alumni, a percentage that many colleges and universities would be proud to have. The second is reaching the $1 million mark for total alumni giving in the annual fund, and we're not very far away from that at this time. Thank you to all the alumni who support Kinkaid financially or by volunteering their time and talents. I want to provide you with a friendly reminder that our first alumni barbecue following our program tonight. If you haven't purchased a ticket, you may still do so outside the theater. We have a nice crowd coming, and we'd love to have you join us for beer, barbecue, and live music. Tomorrow at 11:30, we are hosting the Golden Luncheon honoring the classes of 1965 and 1955 on their reunions. All members of the Richmond Guard are invited. If you haven't made your reservations yet, you may do so outside. There is no charge for this event. Campus tours are also available for any alumni and their families who wish to do so tomorrow from 1 to 2 p.m. Reservations are not required. Since this is an alumni reunion weekend for the graduating classes in the years ending in 5 and 0, Next week, our reunion attendees will receive a short email survey about their reunion. My 40th reunion was last year, and we had a wonderful time. Please take a few moments to provide us with feedback on your experience so we can have a better plan for next year's reunion. For those of you who graduated in a year ending in 6 or 1, please save the date for your reunion, April 8th through the 9th, 2016. As the outgoing president of the Alumni Association Board, I want to take a final opportunity to congratulate these Distinguished Alumni Award winners. You make us proud. All current and former Alumni Association Board members, we would like you to stand so that you can be recognized by our group. Please stand up for your Alumni Award. I would like to thank all the board members who have made this year such an outstanding success and for all their efforts on behalf of our school, and I've really enjoyed working with each and every one of you. Thank you for your attendance tonight and your support of tonight's honorees. Please enjoy the festivities, which now begin in the Lawrence Quadrangle. Have a great evening.